Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. Yeah, you can hear that am sick. My doctor thinks I will live, so just be patient with my hoarse voice, okay? Just gonna have some fun. So you know that nothing in this episode is a promotion nor is a recommendation, and one of the tabs on my browser is SlashDot, News for Nerds. I'm a nerd. Let's see if there's any good news. I saw something earlier, but there's a whole bunch of articles that have been added in the last 2 hours. Things must be hot right now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Ex-Amazon exec claims she was asked to ignore copyright law in race to AI. You know that I was right on this AI thing over a year ago before it really, with that stuff at NC State where they researched that computer science graduate students were going to be using that to do their homework instead of doing it with only this. But the thing is, look at the title again. Ex-Amazon exec. Now an exec is somebody who gets paid a lot and tells other people how they're going to do things. Claims she was asked to ignore copyright law in race to AI. A lawsuit is alleging, and I'm just reading, Amazon is so desperate to keep up with the competition in generative AI, it is willing to breach its own copyright rules. But wait a minute, the part they quote is really different than that. The allegation emerges, keyword, emerges, from a complaint accusing the tech and retail megacorp of demoting and then dismissing a high-flying AI scientist after it was discovered she was pregnant. The lawsuit was filed last week in Los Angeles court by Dr. Vivian Gaderi, an AI researcher who says she worked successfully in Amazon's Alexa and LM teams and achieved a string of promotions, but claims she was later suddenly demoted and fired following her return to work after giving birth. Now, let's stop for a second. I'm not going to go to the register. They're a bunch of typical Brits. They have their own sense of humor. You remember way back in the 60s, I was in Israel and most of the volunteers I was mixed in with were from the UK. I love them. Was this written by a sentient human being? Or was it just a AI generated? The first sentence says, allegation emerges from a complaint accusing after it, the tech company, discovered she was pregnant. But claims she was later suddenly demoted and fired following her return to work after giving birth. Those two sentences, they got something wrong with them. I wonder who wrote them. They're in the same paragraph. So I thought, you know, her name could be Italian, but I doubt it. So I'm just doing a Google, remember, my mind wanders. So I'm doing a Google search on the family name. Dr. Bahram Kaderi. Oh, it's not Italian. He's not Italian. Rebecca Daguerre could be. Iraj Gaderi was an Iranian film director and actor. So now we know. She's from an Iranian immigrant family. Iraj Gaderi, and they showed in the Persian adaptation of Arabic script, was an Iranian film director and actor. He briefly studied to be, you know, when I went back to college, I can remember I had a number of Iranian student friends. I can remember how happy they were when the Ayatollah went back to Iran after the Shah was, they were so happy. I later read that many of them were killed, shot, because the new regime didn't want that poisonous Western cultural thinking influences to spoil what they were planning for. Oh, excuse me. Remember, I'm old. I kind of remember these things. I can remember them getting in my face. They were so happy. Okay, so very likely the person we're talking about is Persian descent. Let's see if Google knows who she is beyond this article. Top stories, Amazon, oh, that's the register. Tweak Town, complete music update, Amazon AI employee claim, all right. Google Scholar. Amazon Science. ResearchGate. Remember, she's got a doctor in front of her name, and it's probably, I'm going to guess, it's not MD, it's PhD. Google Scholar. University of Southern California. I'm looking at this. AI, artificial intelligence, ML refers to the language models that actually underlie the AI computing. Neuroscience, analog signal processing, neuromorphic engineering. Do you notice that I can pronounce this? Now, I just clicked on it. Like, here's the second one. Rodney Douglas, Professor of Computational Neuroscience. Pardon me, he's in Switzerland. Okay, she's the second author on this. She's the fourth author. All right. It's in my lungs. Let's see if you understand the title. A computational model, that means a computer program, to investigate astrocytic. No, I never knew that word before today, but I'll show you. Glutamate, I know what that is. It's an amino acid, ester. Uptake influence. I already know we're talking about the biochemistry of brain cells or nerve cells. Influence on synaptic transmission, how the nerves send messages to each other by electricity, ion discharges, and neuronal spiking. What the hell's that? Emotion awareness for intelligent vehicle assistance. That might fit into Amazon, but I just read a brief summary today that Amazon is giving up on drone delivery somewhere. Weebot, an in-vehicle behavior and gesture recognition using wireless network edge. Does any of that mean anything to you? Okay, now wait a minute. Now, that top one was from 2012 and is the most cited one. Oh, I got this. They're in order, descending order of having been cited by other researchers publishing results. Let's look at what some of her early stuff was. Oh, here we go. She's the lead author on this. Annual International Conference of IEEE, the World Electrical Engineering Professional Organization. Modeling neuron glia, you know what those are, interactions from parametric model to neuromorphic hardware. What would that mean? I can tell you. We want to make a circuit that acts like a part of your brain. So we have to figure out how the brain cells actually work together and talk to each other, find a way of modeling that, but try to recreate it as electrical, digital, analog, whatever signals on an actual circuit board or chip, I'm guessing. Would you have interpreted it that way? Neuromorphic hardware. Looks like Wikipedia knows about it. A neuromorphic computer or chip is any device that uses physical artificial neurons to do computations. Oh, wait a minute. But that's all there is. Or is it? Oh, wait a minute. It's a whole article. You mean people can write this stuff? Neuromorphic. Now remember, she just got fired. Why would you fire somebody that can think? Neuromorphic computing is an approach to computing that's inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. The large language models are trying to imitate some aspect of how humans think and figure out things, right? A neuromorphic chip or computer is any device that uses physical artificial neurons to do computations. In recent times, the term neuromorphic has been used to describe analog digital, mixed mode analog digital via VLSI, very large scalable integrated circuit, and software systems that implement models of neural systems, perception, motor control, multisensory integration. The implementation of neuromorphic computing on hardware level can be realized by oxides-based memristors, spintronic memories, threshold switches, transistors. This article may have been written by a large language model. Now, why do I say that? It's read a lot of sources over a couple of, probably 2 decades. Yeah, people started on this stuff more than last year, way further back. Spiky neural networks. Remember, this article has multiple issues. Spiky neural networks are artificial neural networks that closely mimic natural neural networks. In addition to neuronal and synaptic state, those SNNs incorporate the concept of time into... Do you understand all that? But I saw another one in here. She's the second author on this one, 2014. Electronically augmented smart lock for trash containers. The proposed invention employs a multi-step electronically augmented smart locking mechanism for trash containers. The smart lock is attached to the trash container and is in accordance with several embodiments disclosed herein. Sounds like a patent filing. Can be locked and unlocked using electrical, mechanical, and combination of electromechanical. Isn't that what they do with your cars now with the, but for trash containers? Pardon me. So I've just picked out 2 things that are seemingly extremely apart, but it shows you the breadth of things she's been involved in thinking about. Amazon Science. I haven't looked at this before, and as soon as I looked at this, I'm just kind of amazed, given what the original SlashDot, the register title was. Okay, she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th author. It's some conference paper. Data augmentation and model ensembling for detection of online sexism. Under the heading of conversational AI. The web contains an abundance of user-generated content. While this content is useful for many applications, it poses many challenges due to the presence of offensive, biased, and overall toxic language. Oh, they don't want it to poison the AI models. I'll bet they have a way of filtering it. In this work, we present a system that identifies and classifies sexist content at different levels of granularity. Using transformer-based models, we explore the value of data augmentation, whatever that is, use of ensemble methods, whatever that is, and leverage in-context learning, that's AI, using foundation models to tackle the gobbledygook. But wait a minute. So this is about detecting sexism online? She's alleging this wrongful termination, achieved a string of promotions, but claims she was later suddenly demoted and fired following her return to work after giving birth. Let's see the date on this one. Not that one. Yeah, this one. 2023. I'm going to pick the second author. I know he's Indian. Interactive post-editing and verbosity-controlled translation. Adaptive neural machine translation for automatic post-editing. They're going to change what was... This all would fit AI. Okay, that one fits. What is lost in knowledge distillation? So he's published something, workshop on efficient natural language and speech processing. Deep neural networks have improved natural language processing, NLP, tasks significantly, but training and maintaining such networks can be costly. Model compression techniques. When computers started, when you put a picture up there, it was the reason why the pictures that you put on storage were so small is because there were no efficient compression algorithms. Now think about all the AI, all the data, all the stuff online, the videos, everything. What would it be like already if there weren't compression algorithms that could reduce things to 10% of the original size? The answer is it would have all fallen apart by now. See, I'm just trying to see what kind of people's her colleagues. Okay, so a lot of these are just one-time authors. Now, let's see if we can find a LinkedIn page. It looks like this particular article or event, it says she's about 40 years old. She lives in California. It said University of Southern California, Center for Neural Engineering, or that's the current staff of that institute. Oh, alumni. It said that she went to BMW. But this is about Amazon. Wait a minute. She may have been there at the beginning. She's about 40 now. Do you think they got rid of her because she's getting to be too old? There is supposedly a trend like that. I'm not thinking just Amazon. Go and look up the age discrimination suits with the big tech companies to see what you'll find. I'm going to search for it once more, and I'm going to go LinkedIn. Okay, here it is. Seasoned technical leader. Okay, we're going to presume that's her. California. Seasoned technical leader, product builder, and people manager with a track record of, but they won't let me see anymore. Now, here they're citing publications only back to 2018. We know she was publishing stuff along with other people. A mobility device for the blind with improved vertical resolution using dynamic vision sensors. A wearable mobility device for the blind using retina-inspired, whatever that means, dynamic vision sensors. That means when you fire a missile at an enemy air defense system and you want it to hit the control radar, there's a camera, you know, like the satellite views, that's trying to figure out where it is in that picture and keep steering the missile. Like the Israelis just did 2 days ago against Iran. And then blew up the second one because the first one got what they wanted to demonstrate. Nonlinear cognitive signal processing and ultra-low power programmable analog. Why would they fire somebody like that? I have no opinion. So you see a News for Nerd article like that, but when you dig into it, they're not talking about somebody that you're likely to meet on the street or at the big box store in the checkout line, at least around here. I don't think she'll have any trouble getting another job. I don't think that's the point of what's going on. I'll try to remember this a year from now and see what the outcome was. Have I ever known and worked with people of her level? Yes. In IT, in agriculture, and biochemistry. I had to think about it. I can think of 3 specific people. And the one in biochemistry was female. My gosh, I have no idea what her IQ was, but it was, even if you used 2 of me, I don't think I would have caught up with her. Steve AB4 y'all. Just watching the world trot on by, saying see you in 73.